recently watched 500 Days of Summer again, and let me tell you, this time, it hit differently. It wasn't just a quirky love story with a bittersweet ending anymore. No, this time it felt like looking in a mirror. Like the film wasn't just telling Tom and Summer's story, it was telling mine. Yours. Ours. Because if you've ever fallen too hard, chased a fantasy, or found yourself tangled in the chaos of love and expectation, then you know this isn't just a movie. It's a lesson, a metaphor for the way we dream, the way we hurt, and the way we grow. So, let's peel back the layers of this cinematic puzzle and uncover the truths it's trying to teach us. Because 500 Days of Summer isn't about heartbreak, it's about what it means to see someone truly and maybe finally see ourselves. Love, they say, is a journey, but 500 Days of Summer teaches us it's more like a kaleidoscope, ever-shifting, never-fixed, beautiful, but fleeting. This is not a story about love. It's a story about the stories we tell ourselves about love. Let's dive deep into the philosophy of this unforgettable movie and uncover the universal truths hidden behind its bittersweet romance. When we meet someone new, our hearts are like blank canvases, eager to be painted with the colors of their presence. For Tom Hansen, Summer Finn was an artist, and he gave her his canvas completely. She became his muse, his hope, his salvation, or so he believed. But here's the truth the film lays bare. Love is not an act of completion. It's an act of perception. Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once wrote, "There are no facts, only interpretations." And Tom's interpretation of Summer was a masterpiece of misreading. He projected on her everything he wanted her to be. She wasn't Summer. She was his idea of summer. Warm, endless, and full of possibility. But life isn't a season we can control. Tom's heartbreak isn't just about losing Summer. It's about confronting the fragile illusion he built around her. How many of us have been there? Falling not for the person standing before us, but for the shimmering mirage of who we wish they were. It's painful, isn't it? To wake up one day and realize that the pedestal we place someone on was of our own making? That the love we gave so freely was an echo chamber of our own desires? Memory is a trickster. It edits, rewrites, and romanticizes. In Tom's memory, Summer was the girl who danced to the Smiths in an elevator. The girl who made IKEA feel like home. The girl who could fix him. But what we forget is that love doesn't fix anyone. It reveals us, our strengths, our insecurities, and sometimes our blind spots. The great existentialist Jean-Paul Sartre believed that existence precedes essence, meaning we are not born with inherent purpose or definition. We define ourselves through our choices. Summer knew this. She wasn't afraid to say, "I don't believe in love the way you do, Tom." She wasn't afraid to choose her own path. Was it cruel? Perhaps. But it was also honest. And sometimes, honesty is the most painful form of kindness. In the end, 500 Days of Summer isn't a story about heartbreak. It's a story about growth. It's about learning that the people we love are not here to fulfill our expectations. They are here to share a moment, a chapter, a lesson. Tom learns this too. By the end of the movie, he no longer blames Summer for being who she is. Instead, he thanks her for showing him who he could become. Love, like time, is not linear. It doesn't begin or end neatly. It's a series of moments, some radiant, some shattering, that shape the tapestry of who we are. 500 Days of Summer reminds us that love isn't just about finding the right person. It's about becoming the right person for yourself and for the future you hope to build. And maybe, just maybe, love isn't a destination at all. It's the journey we take, the lessons we learn, and the stories we tell ourselves along the way. So, the next time you think about love, ask yourself, Are you seeing the person or the picture you've painted of them? Only by seeing clearly can we ever truly love. In the end, 500 Days of Summer isn't about finding the one who stays. It's about learning to let go. It's about realizing that every person we meet, every love we lose, and every heartbreak we endure is another brushstroke on the canvas of who we're becoming. So, maybe the next time love finds you, you won't cling to the fantasy. You'll embrace the reality, imperfect, fleeting, and yet somehow beautiful. Because love doesn't just change the world around us. It changes the world within us. And that's what makes it worth it.